All right, guys, thank you for joining me tonight. I appreciate it. I appreciate those of you that follow me over here. Thank you, guys. Again, so let's start with the basics. How do I look? How do I sound? All right. So, let's. Okay. Why am I at a loss? Okay, that's why. Sorry, guys. Give me 2 seconds to switch something over. All right. Sorry. My bad. Let's see. Which one? All right. Cool. All right. We're back. Or rather, I'm back. Sorry. So, I was just trying to switch something over on the iPad because I monitor everything on the iPad as well. So anyway, guys, now let's not drag the fucking night around. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, which is America done? Now, I know a lot of you in the chat section here are going to be like, yes, it's over. She's burnt, whatever it is. Yes, it would seem to be that that America's toast, that it's done. But as long as there are enough of us that are going to fight, as long as there's enough of us that can start some shit and change the tide, right? She's not dead yet. Eric, right? So yeah, a lot of people say America's over. Listen, America's definitely changed. So whether we get into a civil war or whatever it is down the line, America's definitely changed. The old America is never coming back. But can we still save what's left of her? I think so. Yes, nameless. Exactly. America will never be the same, but we could definitely save it. We're not going to go back to the white picket fence and lemonade stands and all that of this shit, but we could definitely save it from being either invaded or completely, utterly destroyed and unrecognizable. I think if we save what's left of America, at least it'll still be recognizable. That's the very at least. But again, that's me. Maybe I'm naive. Who knows, right? America right now, guys, and first of all, guys, America has changed since its inception. So for everybody who says, "Oh, America is done," you know how many people probably have said America is done in their lifetime, right? In the 1800s, in the 1900s, 2000s, everybody in those generations have said America's over. It's never going to be the same. America or countries, guys, rather, countries are always supposed to change for the good or bad. A country can never stay the way it is. It is not meant to be, right? And if you think it's supposed to stay the same, then you're talking about a dictatorship or a place like Cuba, for example. Look at Cuba, fucking stuck in the 50s, right? Or late 60s. That's what you don't want. You want a country to change. Whether it's bad or good, a country needs to change. If a country stays the same, then you're living in a dictatorship. I know people are saying, yeah, it's over. It really isn't over. Is America divided? It is divided. Thank you, Sharon, for that. America is divided. That is true. But I don't think it's over. And I think America is still recognizable. When America becomes unrecognizable, then. But again, guys from the, let's just say the American Revolution days, will look at America and be like, I don't recognize this place, right? Let's just say American Revolution men time traveled and went to 1950 America. They'll look at America and go, this is not the America I fought for. Then you take those guys from the 1950 and you put them in the 1980s. They're going to be like, what the fuck is going on here, right? And then you take the guys from the 80s, which a lot of us are still alive, and you put us in, let's say, 2150. We're going to be like, is this is this America? And then an American will walk up to you like, this is still America, fuck, I'll get out of my way, whatever it is. But a country's always supposed to change, guy. Yes, Jimmy Coe, exactly. You're living in the Twilight Zone or the Outer Limits. It has to change. Everything changes, guys. It's just what it is. We can, as much as I would love to keep the America that we have today the way it is, not this America, but let's say America 10 years ago, 20 years ago, as much as I would have liked to have kept it that way, you can't. It has to change. It has to become an evolving creature. A same America is just a boring America too, and we just can't do that. We can't live in that world. We have to fucking become better. We have to become a better country. But better countries have to go through hardships, and we are going through a definite hardship right now. Now, this hardship looks like it's going to last a very long time. It looks like this country is going to be seized by, NATO or the World Health Organization with the help of CDC and Biden, right? But that doesn't mean we're not going to fight. Now, 300 Warrior, you asked a question about 2 minutes ago, who's willing to fight? There's enough of us that are willing to fight. Enough of us are willing to fight to make the difference. But we, all of us, including myself, have to grow a pair of balls. That's what it comes down to. Because look what they did to the January 6th guys. A lot of those guys are still locked away right now as we speak. And they're locked away for bullshit, right? And they're trying to scare the rest of us to not repeat that. That is why they went hard in on those January 6th guys. Keep in mind, fucking the country was burning down, and the January 6th guys were a threat to America. People were being killed during the riots, and the January 6th guys were the fucking threat to America. Google went out of their way, and Apple went out of their way to ping people's phones to see who was in the Capitol. But they don't want to ping people's phones to see who was in what store illegally and breaking into those stores. They don't want to go after the real criminals. They want to go after faux criminals, right? So what is that? That tells you that they're trying to build this illusion that we need to be scared of what's going to happen to us. Oh, the prepper community and the Patriot community and the 2A community, they're going to listen to this shit and these rumors about what we're doing to these fucking January 6th dudes. They're going to get scared and they're not going to want to do it. Like I said before, guys, and I'll say it again, I'm ready to go to jail for this shit. Or worse, right? That's me. That is me personally. But you're not going to scare me with your scare tactics. Thank you, better than you. Scare tactics and peer pressure. This shit don't work on me. This shit never's worked on me. I've been the guy that's always been the odd guy out and or fucking always rocking and rolling for some bullshit. So all of a sudden I'm gonna let an old ass man fucking sit there and tell me I should be scared of him? The fuck out of here. Him and his fucking whore of a fucking vice president, they can both eat my dick. Seriously, right? So we're supposed to be scared of this regime? Absolutely not. America fucking fought a lot worse and a lot harder and a lot tougher fucking enemies. These motherfuckers, you could blow on them and they'll fall over, right? But they're using the media to their advantage, and their media is the weapon. And unfortunately, guys, once we kick the shit off, we are going to be the enemy of this country, no matter how you look at it, because they control the narrative. But we can control the narrative by doing certain things. Now, on the Angry Prepper channel, I mentioned doing something where we take the information about everything that's going on, whether it's the COVID, whether it's the vaccine, whether it's the 2A gun restrictions. They're trying to label gun violence, by the way, an epidemic here in the United States, guys, so that the CDC can have their say in how and when to take guns away. So keep track of that, because that is happening. The CDC is trying to get involved in trying to label it a health crisis. Gun violence, a health crisis. All right, so just keep that in the back of your heads, because what's going to happen next is probably going to fucking spill over into the shit that needs to be done. Now, back to what I was talking about information. The information about everything that's going on is going to start going into certain videos and being put on BitChute and Rumble, and I might even try a couple of other media services, right? So this is what's going to have to happen, guys. All of us are going to have to start a BitChute Rumble account, whether we like it or not, and then pass this information along. Put it on YouTube. I'm sorry, YouTube. Yes, put it on YouTube under a fake account. Put it on YouTube, let it get erased, but still stick it on there. Put it on Facebook, let it get knocked, fuck it, but it's still on there. At least a couple of hundred people got to watch it before they took it down. The same thing with YouTube. I'm willing to start fucking ghost pages, if you will, so that I can put those videos on there, right? Secondary accounts, rather, and have people start accounts so that they can do that. So we can put this information, this factual information, not any of the conspiracy theory shit, though I love some of the conspiracy theory ideas, and some of them I don't. We got to put factual shit on there, guys. That's where we're headed right now with this. Ethan G, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Nicole, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Guys, this is what's going to need to be done. We're going to have to start passing this information along. The media, the CDC, WHO, the Biden regime are all using the media to their advantage and trying to crush us with lies. Right? YouTube is stepping in now and went fucking bananas and is trying to cut down misinformation. Meanwhile, the misinformation they're cutting down is actually factual. A lot of the misinformation that they took down before, in months before, let's say early this year, they took down a lot of those videos, and a lot of those videos, guys, wind up being factual. But they didn't put those videos back. Now, the problem with YouTube stepping into this arena with erasing videos and deleting videos that talk against the vaccine is that they always go too far, and they cast a broad net over everyone. And then whoever survives, that's who survives. Instead of looking at the individual videos and go, all right, he doesn't like the vaccine, that's not too bad. He didn't say anything bad, like the vaccine has X, Y, and Z in it, right? So we have to take over and start a media blitz campaign on our own, on a smaller level. But guys, if we can get these videos out there to reach people, people are going to start opening their eyes. That's the idea of doing this. But guys, I don't know. It's I know it's a lot to ask. It's a lot to ask, but it has to be done, man. There's no other way around it. We just got to try to beat them. Not saying we're going to. We got to try to beat them at their own game. You know, and the only way to do this is to pass this information along as much as we can. Even like putting it on your phone and texting it to a bunch of people in a group text. We got to get this information out there, right? We got to make sure Epoch Times is reporting this shit too, because Epoch Times I do like, but there's a lot of things they're not reporting, especially with the vaccine, especially with the COVID. So I'm wondering what the fuck's going on there. Maybe they just have too much on their plate. Who knows? But nonetheless, there needs to be another media source that covers these things, right? I know Newsmax covers some of it, but doesn't really. North Shore Preparedness, man. How's your back going? I know you spoke about it last night. You just mentioned it. How's your back doing? And thank you for joining me tonight, by the way. And guys, listen, this is how I don't care. I would rather you guys never, ever give me another donation as long as you can do this. As long as you can start, again, a Rumble account, a BitChute, Odyssey, whatever the fuck it is. As long as you can start that and start passing this information along, these videos along. Because they're going to be videos, guys, that I might just upload to BitChute or Rumble in its raw form. I might ain't even say anything. I might just upload it. All right? And it might be shit quality. I'm trying to get the best quality I can. But even if it's just those, guys, take that and run with it. All right? I don't care about any of the fucking money, because this shit is bigger than fucking money. This shit is bigger than us. It's bigger than myself. It's bigger than fucking YouTube and the Biden regime. Something has to be done. And the only way I can think of doing this right now is that. Now, this wasn't just my idea. There was another YouTuber by the name of Robert. We're just going to call him Robert for now. And sometimes he's in here, sometimes he's not. And we were both brainstorming. There's another tactic that we can also do, guys, but everybody has to be on board with this, because this is a tougher one, and this is an absolutely, this is the one that's going to hit the government in the pockets. Now, not paying taxes, right? And now I'm pretty sure I'll probably get in trouble for saying that on here, but whatever. This government, guys, is taking our tax money and giving it to fucking illegals coming across the border in droves. We are not fucking getting our money's worth, and our money is not going to where it needs to go to. It's going every the fuck where else except back into the American people. So why should we be paying taxes? We should at least be considering that. Now, that was an idea that was thrown at me by one of the subscribers, the subscriber I was talking to last night, and I'm like, that's a good idea. The problem with that idea is we need millions of people to do that. Not a couple of us. not a few thousand, millions. So that the government goes, what the fuck's going on? And why are people not fucking paying their taxes? And then we let them know. Then we get the face of whoever the fuck that face is going to be and let them know we will continue not to pay taxes until you guys do X, Y, and Z. Right? This is how we get them, guys. We hit them in the fucking pockets. This is the only thing they understand. These fucking politicians, these fat cats, are getting fatter off of us. And we're sitting here paying them to do what? Destroy the fucking country? But if we hit them in the pockets, if we take the fucking tax out of the mix, we don't pay our taxes, yes, they're going to pull it out of other things, of course. But why not fucking not pay taxes and see where it goes? You think the government's going to send out all these agents after let's say millions of fucking Americans? No, they can't do it. Right? They don't have the body, they don't have the manpower to do it. Thank you, Sarah Brown, for that idea. Put the videos on DVDs and hand them out to fucking, I guess, boomers who are willing to watch DVDs. Then click the link. That's not a bad idea. Daily Prepper, right. No taxation without representation. Guys, we're paying taxes to people who are going out of their way to destroy our livelihood. All right? Think about it this way. We're paying taxes, and then they're telling us to follow this mandate. And if we don't follow this mandate, we're going to get fired, and we're going to lose our jobs, and we're going to lose our livelihood. Well, now we're losing our livelihood because we don't want to do something that they want us to do that doesn't make sense because it has a 99% survival rate. So with that, they're going to fucking crush our livelihoods. So let's crush their livelihoods and not pay the fucking tax. Let's do it for 1 year. But we need millions of people to be on board. Like I said, it can't be like 10,000 of us or 20,000 or even fucking 500,000. It has to be 5, 6, 10, maybe 20 million of us not paying our taxes. Right? Daily Prepper, you're right. We are paying to get screwed. Tactical Prepper, right. We took out the British with this. We need to fucking do the same thing, guys. When he said that, it made perfect sense. The subscriber I was talking to made perfect fucking sense. Right? And I'm like, this would hit them in the pocket. This would infuriate them more than anything else, guys. This would piss them the fuck off. Why can't we do it? And I'm going to be talking about this for a while. So as long as I can get people on board, fine. But if I wind up going to jail for not paying my tax, I'm not going to jail, but getting the warning and then going to jail, then so be it. I go to jail for it. Again, guys, we have to be ready to make the big sacrifices. That's the only way we're getting this country back. Making the big sacrifices. We're not going to get this country back any other way. We're not going to get this country back through signs and hopes and dreams. We're not going to get this fucking country back by writing to our local politician. We're not getting the country back that way. The way to get it back is to hit their pockets and annihilate them with media sharing. We are the power, guys. The people of the United States are the power. We have the power to change that. We have to think smarter than them. So annihilating them with media coverage, right, and sharing this shit and changing people's minds is one way to go about it. The other way to go about it is not paying our taxes, guys. Now, obviously, some of you guys are going to be like, that is preposterous. I don't think that's going to work. Then you are part of the problem. If you're not going to step in and pitch in an idea, you're part of the problem. This is just enough. You know, guys, I mean, seriously, enough. If we need to do something, and those are the two ways that I can think of and that me and the subscriber thought of. It's just, why the fuck not? We stop paying, guys, I promise you it will piss them off. And if they want to listen, now they got to listen to us, the people that run the country. They don't run the fucking country. We gave them the illusion that they did. We run the country. We vote them in. But you know what else they need to do? They need to listen. And if they're not going to listen, well, then we got to fucking, we got to hammer them out. However the fuck we can hammer them out, guys. That's the big, that's the plan. Right? Now, the tax thing, I don't know. You know, the tax thing would work. But again, we need more people involved in this. You know, but how do we do it? So how do we go about it? I don't know. You know, I mean, how do I know we're going to get enough people to do it? That's where I'm going with that. How do we get enough people to do this, and how do I know? Right? The other thing with the sharing thing, I don't know how that's getting done, when it's getting shared or not. So guys, again, they are absolutely fucking us. What do you mean it won't work? You can't go exempt them. What do you mean exempt? Exempt what? Yeah, I'm confused with what you mean, because if no one pays taxes, guys, if a large percentage of us don't pay taxes, what are they going to do? They're not throwing us in jail. They're not throwing 20 million Americans in jail. They're just not. And if we get politicians on board with this, they're not throwing them in jail. Again, it's a growing movement. Again, for people like that who say that it's not going to work, then you got to come up with a plan. Because you can't sit here, guys, bitch and moan and have no plan. If you have a plan, please share it with me. I mean, yeah, that's a little aggressive, but fuck it. Look what they're doing. They're taking our tax dollars and giving it to fucking Haitians and Mexicans, right? They're taking our tax dollars and they're paying fucking people like Pelosi and them. Oh, you can't go exempt anymore. All right, so you can't go exempt. All right, so then don't pay the fucking tax. That's what I'm saying. Don't pay it. Fuck exemptions. Just don't pay it. That's what I'm trying to get at. Again, you got to come up with a solution. You don't have a solution, and you know we can't bitch and moan about it. That's what I'm saying. If you don't have a solution, we can't bitch and moan about it. Right, so that is the plan, guys. The fucking media sharing shit, starting an account on BitChute and or Rumble, Odyssey, whatever it is, start an account on that, and let's start sharing truthful videos. Now, I'm going to play for you 2 videos tonight. I think one is 2 minutes long, and I think the other one's 4 minutes long, 4 minutes and 30 seconds. This video, this live stream tonight is going to be the sacrificial lamb, and it's going to see, I'm going to see how much trouble I'm going to get into with this video, right? So anyway, before I get into that, more mandates, right? So now, obviously, Biden wanted to figure out a way how to control companies with over 100 employees that are vaccinating and or weekly testing their companies, right? Now, a lot of companies, guys, they are not doing the testing because the testing is taking up or will cost them too much money. If it's costing them too much money, they're going to go with just, you better get vaccinated. So now, that's one of the mandates now that a lot of companies are going with. They're 86ing or getting rid of the testing option and just going with the vaccine option. You got to get vaccinated, right? So the more mandates that are coming, $70,000 for any company with over 100 employees, that are in violation of the mandate. And after that, a repeated offense is $700,000, guys. $700,000. First of all, I don't even think they could legally do that. But the fact that they have these assholes behind them saying they could, this is why we stop paying taxes when we should stop paying taxes. This is the very fucking reason, guys. We need to do something, right? Telling a company they got to pay 70 grand. Oh, and if you do it again, guess what? $700,000. All right, okay, Broken 76, if I'm reading that right. Right. If we don't file our taxes, then we can't pay. Right. Are they going to take it out of our checks? They probably will. They'll probably garnish us, but that's not within the first 2 years of that shit, right? I get what you're saying. You can file a... I see what you're saying. No, but I'm talking about not filing our taxes. That's what I mean. Sorry. I should have said that from the beginning. Not filing our taxes. Right? And if they're going to garnish us, it'll be down the line. But if they put 80 million of us out of work, then that's a lot of people who are not paying taxes. That's the other way to look at it. But now you're not making money. But again, this is just an idea. I could definitely fine-tune this idea, and I could definitely get help with fine-tuning this idea. Right? But nonetheless, guys, something has to be done. Right? And Lex, thank you. Right? Fear is the worst enemy. Fear is what has people fucking wearing their mask and fucking running to the vaccine spots. Fear. It's all fear. Right? MeWe is uncensored. I don't like MeWe, but I would give it a shot just to get the message across. So now, guys, Fauci said it may take many, many more vaccination mandates to end the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, he said 9 months ago that the shot was going to end the pandemic. That was out of his mouth. And now they're saying they need more mandates to stop it. Do you see where this is going? Right? All about fear. Now, Fauci had also said, all right, Fauci, the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease, said if more people aren't persuaded to get vaccinated by messaging from the health officials and trusted, this is the word they use, trusted political messenger, additional mandates from schools and businesses may be necessary. So this asshole, Fauci, thinks that more businesses and schools need to hand out more mandates to get more people in line. Coming from Fauci. Piece of shit he is, right? You like to have them to do, so this is also what Fauci said, you like to have them to do this on their own, on a total volunteer basis. But that doesn't work. But if that doesn't work, you have to go to the alternatives. Guys, everything he's saying here reads fucking dictatorship. Everything that he's saying in this interview reads dictatorship. Now, this interview was a couple of weeks ago, right? He says the combination of the highly contagious Delta variant and the vaccine holdouts, has put the United States in a very difficult period of COVID-19 pandemic. This is what Fauci says. Of the eligible population, now this is me reading the source, out of the eligible population, guys, only 63% of Americans are fully vaccinated. 63%. That is pretty fucking, pretty good. I thought it was higher than that. I thought they were going to say 85. But 63%, we still have a fighting chance. Once we hit we will still have a fighting chance till we hit about 95%. Then after that, then we're pretty much screwed. But, yes, guys, more mandates. More fucking mandates. Now, as far as mandates go, this video I'm going to play, it's about and this is not about mandates, but this is about what everybody thought of the shot when Trump was putting it out. Right? So hopefully you guys can hear this. Hopefully you guys can see it pretty well. Give me 2 seconds to get it ramped up. All right, so I'm going to put it on here, and I'm going to play
about taking the vaccine, and they should be.
We can't trust the president and take his word and take a vaccine that might cause harm to us.
If and when the vaccine comes, and it's not likely to go through all the tests that needs to be and the trials that are needed to be done.
Let's just say there's a vaccine that is approved and even distributed before the election. Would you get it?
Well, I think that's going to be an issue for all of us.
When we finally do, God willing, get a vaccine, who's going to take the shot? Who's going to take the shot?
We will need to have access to the vaccine results so we can make our independent assessment to make sure that Donald Trump's fingerprints are not on it.
You can be the first one to say, sign me up. They now say it's okay.
Is the vaccine safe? Frankly, I'm not going to trust the federal government's opinion. And I wouldn't recommend to New Yorkers based on the federal government's opinion.
And the question of whether it's real when it's there, that requires enormous transparency.
Would you trust that vaccine?
There's very little that we can trust that comes out of Donald Trump's mouth.
We cannot take for granted this process will be free of political influence.
I don't trust the president, and I don't trust the FDA.
If Donald Trump can't give answers and the administration can't give answers to these 3 questions, the American people should not have confidence.
You're going to say to the American people now, here's a vaccine, it was new, it was done quickly, but trust this federal administration and their health administration that it's safe?
I will say that I would not trust Donald Trump.
How confident are you in the approval process of the FDA right now?
How confident am I? I'm not that confident.
Yes, I would be hesitant, but I'm going to ask a lot of questions.
You're going to need someone other than this FDA and this CDC saying it's safe.
You got to make all of it available to other experts across the nation so they can look and see. So there's consensus, this is a safe vaccine.
What I'm worried about is that there's some sort of October surprise and that there is a pressure put on the decision makers here to announce a vaccine in October of 2020.
We're going to put together our own group of doctors and medical experts.
All right, guys. So you heard that for yourselves. Now imagine that people are taking that same exact stance. All right, they're taking the same exact stance, guys, and yet they are firing people for taking that same exact stance. Now, the hypocrisy of what's going on is insane. And these people, all right, these people are the worst, because now they're throwing you under the bus. They're taking your livelihood away for saying the same shit they said last year. And then on top of that, forcing you to take it because, well, they're wrong and now the science speaks, when they were all just motherfucking the science back then. Right, so again, guys, it's again, why are we filing our taxes? Why are we even paying our taxes? Why? I mean, listen, I get what what's his name was saying now. Yes, he's talking about exemptions. We shouldn't be filing our taxes anymore. Fuck them, right? If they're going to come after us, they're not coming after, again, 20, 30, 40 million Americans that do this shit. They'll try to figure out a way, but they won't. Or maybe we fucking protest at the IRS offices and give them hell. Each state gathers like a few thousand people and we fucking sit there at the IRS office and, you know, I don't know. Guys, again, I don't know. But we need to do something. But that's one of the videos that I'm going to put on BitChute as well, so you guys can share as well, because why not? Guys, this is what these politicians said. This came out of their mouth. So I would love for YouTube to sit there and say that this is misinformation, because it wasn't. Because we all watched these videos ourselves a year ago when they were talking this shit. So now here they are again talking, you know, it comes up again in a nice little montage, and they're going to sit there and try to sit there and say, well, we believe in it. Now all of a sudden it's good. But if you took the same exact stance, or a lot of people, are taking the same exact stance, and they're losing their jobs. Right? And again, you're saying, well, I don't trust it. Cuomo said he didn't trust it. Kamala Harris said she didn't trust it. But now you say you don't trust it? There's an issue, guys. There's a big fucking issue here. All right, guys, this is the time where I ask you guys to please do me a favor. Hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down, whatever makes you happy. It just helps with the algorithm. And any haters on here, keep hating, keep watching. You fucking grow my channel when you do that. So, we're at the half-hour mark. Right, sorry, 32-minute mark. So we're going to dive into this a little bit, and then we're going to put up another video about Governor Hochul, that sack of shit. Anyway, not the point. So, mandate firings, right? So the next subject is actually, hold on. Sorry, yeah, mandate firings. And it looks like North Carolina Hospital, the North Carolina hospital system fired 175 people that wouldn't get vaccinated, which 200 right before that rushed to get their shots last week. So all of those people, guys, who were talking shit, I'm not taking the shot, fuck them, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that, and then all of a sudden, the crunch time came, and they ran to the fucking the spot to get their shots. Okay, we get it. People cannot go without work. I understand that. And so, but other people were talking a lot of shit. Because listen, guys, you know that there was, somebody who was sitting there going, I'm not taking it, no fucking way. I'm not doing this. And then, I'll get fired. And then crunch time came, and they were like, I'm going to have to take the shot. Hold their head down and walk into the vaccine spot. United Airlines was looking to fire over, 600 or 700 employees. With that, 500 of them ran to the fucking spot to get their shots, and now they're looking at 273 of them ran to the spot to get their shots, and I think 300 something are left. They think the rest of those guys are going to catch up with their shots. Now, interestingly enough, guys, a lot of people this week, most jobs, independent contractors and things like that, had the hammer drop on them yesterday when Biden announced that there were going to be $70,000 fines to $700,000 fines. When he announced that to companies that had over 100 or more employees, when he announced that, a lot of fucking emails went out from companies saying you're going to have to get vaccinated because they don't want to deal with the testing. Now, this is company thought process. The companies don't want to deal with testing because testing costs them money, right? So why would they pay the extra money when they could just mandate, the jobs now could just mandate you get vaccinated? So now, though they're supposed to give you some kind of leniency, right? So they're supposed to give you an option. get tested or take the vax. They are taking the testing option out and telling you just get vaxxed. Okay. They have the power to do that, which is bullshit, but they have the power to do that. So now they're taking the testing option away for a lot of people, guys. And they're demanding, these companies are demanding you get vaccinated instead of getting the shot. Instead of getting tested, sorry. The testing should be on the table because that's what it's for. Now, my job with doing testing, and we have an interesting way of doing the testing, and it's, it's the nose swab, but there's a couple of ways you can get around, not get around it, but there's a couple other things we can do if we don't want to do the nose swab, right? So, with that, I'm only going to allow that fucking bullshit for a little while. I'm definitely not going a whole year of testing. I think the testing itself is going to collapse because the overtime is going to go through the roof, right? And so when the overtime goes through the roof, they might cut out the whole fucking testing thing. Or they might cut out the testing thing and tell us, well, listen, guys, you're going to have to get inoculated. Well, you know how many guys are going to walk off the job if they do that? So they can't afford that either. Right? So, also, police, PD right now, they're pressuring a couple of their officers, I think they're undercovers, to get the vaccine. And if they don't, they're threatening them with demotions and shit like that. So everybody, guys, everybody, even those that are doing weekly testing, everybody seems like they're going to push you to get the vaccine. The MTA right now is doing spit testing. I could see them folding that up soon and just telling everybody get the vaccine. I don't get it. RK, what's on the swab is ethylene oxide, right? That's what the EO stands for. If you get the box of swabs or the packet and you look at the bottom, at the back of the packet, you'll see EO. EO stands for ethylene oxide. You look up ethylene oxide, there's a lot of bad shit with it. So now, guys, again, with those videos that I want to share, there's going to be information about certain things or certain ingredients that are being pumped into people's bodies that shouldn't be there. And that's going to be in the videos as to what they are. Again, when we get to that point, you're going to see a lot of videos on BitChute and Rumble just pop up. And the video I just played, and this video I'm going to play in a couple seconds, those are going to be two videos as well that you're going to see in the raw on the BitChute and Rumble channels. Now, Governor Hochul. Governor Hochul's the New York State governor. She took Governor Cuomo's seat after Governor Cuomo was outed. This bitch is a psychopath. She's about the worst thing to happen in New York State since or after, Governor Cuomo. You have to see what she said in this fucking video, guys, because it blows me the fuck away. I'm sitting there like, what the fuck am I, let me find the video, guys. Let me play it for you. You guys will see. It's horrendous. Horrendous.
A lot to God during this time. And you know what? God did answer our prayers. He made the smartest men and women, the scientists, the doctors, the researchers. He made them come up with a vaccine. That is from God to us. And we must say, thank you, God. Thank you. And I wear my vaccinated necklace all the time to say, I'm vaccinated. All of you. Yes, I know you're vaccinated. You're the smart ones. But you know there's people out there who aren't listening to God and what God wants. You know this. You know who they are. I need you to be my apostles. I need you to go out and talk about it and say, we owe this to each other. We love each other. Jesus taught us to love one another. And how do you show that love? But to care about each other enough to say, please get vaccinated because I love you. I want you to live. I want our kids to be safe when they're in schools. I want you to be safe when you go to a doctor's office or to a hospital and are treated by somebody. You don't want to get the virus from them. You're already sick or you wouldn't be there. We have to solve this, my friends. I need every one of you. I need you to let them know that this is how we can fight this pandemic, come back to normal, and then start talking about the real issues that we have to. Fighting systemic racial injustice, which exists today. And if there's a denier, I will take you on any day because I've seen it. I know it exists. And we are not going to have a blind eye to this ever again any longer.
All right, guys. So you guys heard the shit for yourselves. Absolute and utter bullshit. All right. Imagine I need you guys to be my apostle to pass the message on. Imagine this motherfucker saying that shit. I mean, like, guys, really, it's insane. And those of you that took it, you're smart. You're smart people. Guys, tactical prepper. That's exactly what I saw. Listen, I'm not a Bible thumper by any means, but that was evil. That was possibly the fucking worst thing I've seen in a long fucking time. Betsy, absolutely. Arrogant. That's the other thing. The arrogancy of this bitch to say this shit was insane. I mean, I've never seen anything like it, guys. Where do you go with that? I mean, seriously, you know? Now, there's another video that I wanted to have you guys watch. Let's see if I can get it going. All right, you guys, I'm going to get it to you in a couple minutes. A couple seconds, rather, sorry. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of things that confuse me, but I was definitely confused watching this thing. Watching her say that as if she, and people were clapping. You know, and then she went from talking about the vaccine to inciting race division. There is racial division, and I will show you guys. How the fuck did she go from talking about God and the vaccine to racial division in one breath? You know who does that? The devil does that. The devil does that with double talking. This is what she pretty much was doing. It was the worst thing I've ever seen. That was fucking horrendous, guys. I mean, really horrendous. So now, this next video that's coming up, guys, this video is her talking about how the religious leaders said that there is no religious exemption from this, and that she spoke to all of the world leaders, religious leaders, sorry. You got to watch this video too. I know some of you guys are ready to smash your computers into a bunch of pieces, but don't do it just yet. Watch this video and obviously let me know what you think in the comment section.
Position is to ask people, please do this. This is why. It's been proven to be safe. The vaccine's been out there a long time now. There are not legitimate religious exemptions because the leaders of all the organized religions have said there's no legitimate reason, and we're going to win that in court in a matter of days. And so this is so unnecessary. And I just want to appeal to the individuals to know that, you know, your coworkers want you to do this. Don't make the burden heavier on them as well. My default position is
So, again, guys, you know, she's sitting there talking about, well, you know, the what you call leader said there's no reason why they shouldn't take it. Because I know the Pope did say something similar to that, right? But still, here we are. Everyone is selling us out. I mean, even the Pope, if I'm not mistaken, sold everyone out about the whole vaccine, right? And what's his name? The Cardinal here in New York City. Same shit, man. Sold everyone out. And this lady's sitting there going, well, there's no such thing as a religious exemption because there's no reason not to. There is 1,000,001 reasons not to. But here we are, guys. Again, these people are out to get us. And this is insane. I mean, I've just never seen anything like that. I have people emailing me, talking, you know, telling me they're about to lose their jobs, or what should I do? And I'm trying to give the best advice as I can, but I'm not a fucking doctor, so I really can't, you know, speak to. Listen, not that I'm not a doctor, I'm not a labor lawyer, so I really can't speak to a lot of things. I give them ideas, and hopefully it goes from there, guys. But there's so much going on, and it's insane how. Last year, everybody who worked during the COVID was a hero. We were all heroes. We were like, you know, people were banging pots and pans here in New York City for the nurses and doctors at 6 o'clock every evening during the pandemic. And people were like, yay, you know, and carrying on. And then now these same people are the enemy of the country. Well, we're going to fire you no matter how many hours you pulled, how many people you watched die, no matter how many hours you were on your feet, you went without eating, didn't see your family. We don't care about any of that because we want you to take the shot. And that's what it was. No fucks were given. These people fucking put their shit on the line for fucking 24, 48 hours at a clip. And instead, now they're like, well, because you're not taking this, you know what? We're just going to have to fire you. So all of the work you did, all of the hard work you did, the sacrifices you made meant nothing What does that tell you about the current administration and what is going on with the world? If you sit there and you start fucking thinking that why don't they care about, it's not about the virus, it's not about the vaccine, it's about control. It all comes down to control. That's it. Because they're telling you, put this on your face, don't put that on your face, do this, step away, don't stand too close from to this guy, stay away from that guy, you know. It's insane, guys. And again, I watched that video. I was in fucking awe. I was like, what the hell am I watching here? What's going on? How's this asshole allowed to say this shit? Why is she even fixing her lips to say this shit? But she is. And now she's treating the rest of us like fucking enemy combatants. Because that's apparently what we are now. Thank you, NY Prepper. Exactly. Control, control, control. It is all about control, guys. They are trying to get all of us sick. That's what it comes down to. So anyway, I am definitely going to take this live stream, guys. I'm going to back it up on a drive. I'm going to put it on BitChute and Rumble just in case it gets knocked. Though there was nothing medical misinformation that I said, leave it to YouTube to find something, right? You didn't dot your I in the fucking description section. We got to take it down, you know. Like, leave it to them to fucking say something, you know. And listen, guys, a lot of us knew about this control plan. Again, I told you about this a while ago. I used to hang out with Israelites, right? Those are the black guys who used to yell at white folks all the time. I hung out with them, and guys, everything they said that, first of all, was in the Bible, and in another book they read called Behold a Pale White Horse, right? Or Pale White Horse, sorry. No, Behold a Pale Horse, my bad, I'm sorry. The book, they used to read that book as well. And everything they said from the Bible and in that book is coming true. Right? So imagine a fucking bunch of angry black dudes sitting on a corner screaming at white folks fucking had it right. Yes. God, I wish I could pronounce your name. YouTube? Yes, exactly. They had it right. They had it right for a long time. You know who else had it right? And I hate to mention his name, but I mention him again. Louis Farrakhan. He's another one that had it right. These guys have been saying this shit for years, guys. I remember hearing about this shit since I was a kid from Louis Farrakhan and since I was a kid from the Black Israelites. These guys were always in the Bible. They were always reading this shit. And they were like, you see right here? They talk about the mark of the beast and how we're all going to eventually get it. Yada, yada, yada. And I'm looking at them like, the fuck? They were right. You know, they were right. So, yes, Bill Cooper's book, Strange Foot. And yes, I am backing up all my live streams now. I'm getting a new drive. I'm going to back them all up in case they fucking completely delete this channel. But, again, guys, we shall see. So, other than that, guys, we are absolutely at the... Well, it's almost 11 o'clock. I'm going to shut it down now because I am tired. I'm looking at myself and I'm like, my God, am I going to fall asleep while I'm doing a live stream? So, yeah. And I'm starting to see shit out of the corner of my eye. When I start seeing things out of the corner of my eye, that means I'm tired. Right? So, I'm going to go end the live stream. Guys, thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you for the donations. Mods, thank you for stepping in and modding and doing what you do. Again, guys, I appreciate it. I appreciate what you guys do. And stand by for the whole BitChute Rumble fiasco that's going to happen in the next couple of weeks. All right, guys, thank you for watching.